Hi everyone, it's John with the Gold Tool Library. I'm here today to show you how I made the rain barrel. This is a rain barrel we picked up from a local business. It's food grade and has a removable lid which will come in handy later. These are the tools that I use to build the drum. There's a cordless drill, a caulking gun, a pair of pliers, a file, measuring tape, and a marker. A pair of tin snips. There are two hole saws. One is 1.5 inches and the other is 5 inches. And finally, there's a piece of pipe which I modified, and I will talk about that in a minute. Here are the parts that'll come in the kit. There's a piece of mesh for the top of the drum. There's an outlet hose. There's a 1 1/4 inch fitting with a metal clamp to hold the hose onto it, some Teflon tape. There's a bulkhead fitting that goes along with the tap. The tap is it's a 3/4 inch brass tap, and it's can take a hose, and then screws and washers for the top of the drum. Here's the tools you're going to need to build your rain barrel. You're going to need a slot screwdriver and a Robertson screwdriver number 3. They typically have red handles. We're going to use the hole saw and cut a hole into the top of the drum. Okay, the hole is cut in the drum. You have to be careful when you're using the drill that you go slowly to start with and get the blade set into the drum. If you go too quickly, it'll torque the drill and it'll cause the drill to spin around, which can hit you and hurt you. So just be careful when you use a hole saw. So now we're ready to put the screen on. There's pilot holes that have been drilled into the top. You will get your screws and your washers, and you will put them into the pilot holes that have been drilled. Try to center the mesh on around the hole. So when you're done, it should look like this. The mesh is on there to keep insects and debris out of the rain barrel. We're going to install the tap at the bottom of the barrel. It's about 6 inches from the bottom. For the bulkhead to work properly, we need to be on a flat surface. That's an ideal spot at the bottom of the barrel for us to put our tap to give us clearance to get the hose on as well. The hole is drilled. We're going to use our file and kind of smooth it out and get rid of some of those burrs you see around the outside of the hole. There's 4 pieces to the bulkhead fitting. This is the insert, which is on the inside, and there's a large thick washer which goes onto it. You're going to take the lid off, reach inside with this piece, and stick it through the hole that we just cut. These are the 2 outside pieces. There's a thinner washer, and there's a nut, and you're going to secure those in place. The bulkhead fitting is in place. It just needs to be tightened. There's actually an arrow which tells you which way to turn. It's reversed thread, which means it's going to turn and tighten the opposite way that you would expect it to. So look for the arrow and turn in the direction of the arrow. Okay, we're going to screw the tap into the bulkhead fitting. It's important to wrap a little bit of Teflon tape around the screw insert for the tap. When you're going metal to plastic, the Teflon tape helps to seal it to make it watertight. Done about 3 turns of the Teflon tape. You want to turn it in the direction of the screw. You'll know if you put it on the wrong way because when you go to turn it on, it'll start to unravel on you. And you insert your tap and you turn it down, and you turn it down until it's snug. You want to make sure that it's facing down when you're done. Don't turn it too tight because you can strip the thread on the bulkhead fitting. We're going to install the overflow on the side of the drum. It's about a 1/4 turn from where we've put the tap in. We drilled the hole out with the hole saw, and now I'm going to show you what I have that little piece of pipe for. Right, so now we have to put threads into the hole we just cut. Normally you would do that with a tap. A tap on Amazon for an 1.5 inch hole is about $400, which is way more than I wanted to spend. So what I did was I got a piece of pipe, 1.5 inches, and I've sanded down the edges, and I've cut a couple of notches into it, 3 different notches, and it'll be sort of a top in and of itself. I use the drill, and I can drill the piece in, and we'll set the a piece of pipe in, and we'll create the threads so I can put in the fitting for the overflow. So pretty much this is it. I'm just going to turn it nice and slow, and it's going to slowly set and put the threads into the hole. I've hand screwed in the outlet for the overflow, and I've caulked on the inside. This is going to dry clear, and it's going to make a nice seal for the inside of the outlet. All right, the very last thing we're going to do is put on the outlet hose. There's a clamp which you're going to put on with a slot screwdriver, and you're just going to push the hose into place, and then you'll be done. Well, so we're all done. The top is in place, the screen is on the top, and the overflow with the hose is attached onto the side. I hope you enjoy your rain barrel. Here's my dog Kaiser. He's probably causing the interruptions you're going to experience while I'm videotaping. He's not very helpful, but he is playful.